Welcome back to Djji Tutorials. Today we are discussing sum and difference identities. Sum and difference identities are trigonometric equations used to find the value of a trigonometric function for a sum or difference of two angles based on the known values of the individual angles. These identities are crucial for simplifying expressions and solving trigonometric equations. Key concepts include sum identities, which are used when adding two angles together, and difference identities, which are used when subtracting one angle from another. The main purpose is to help find trigonometric values of non-special angles by using the known values of special angles like 30 degrees, 45 degrees, or 60 degrees. Examples of identities include the following. For sine, sine of a plus b equals sine a times cosine b plus cosine a times sine b, and sine of a minus b equals sine a times cosine b minus cosine a times sine b. Notice sine of a plus b is not the same as sine a plus sine b. For cosine, cosine of a plus b equals cosine a times cosine b minus sine a times sine b, and cosine of a minus b equals cosine a times cosine b plus sine a times sine b. For tangent, tangent of a plus b equals tangent a plus tangent b divided by 1 minus tangent a times tangent b, and tangent of a minus b equals tangent a minus tangent b divided by 1 plus tangent a times tangent b. Applications of these identities include finding exact values, which helps you find the exact value of a trigonometric function for an angle that's not on the unit circle by expressing it as the sum or difference of known angles. They can also be used for simplifying expressions that involve multiple angles, and for verifying identities, where they are used to prove other trigonometric identities by transforming one side of an equation to match the other. The sum and difference identities allow us to express trigonometric functions of sums or differences of angles in terms of trigonometric functions of the individual angles. For example, sine of a plus b equals sine of a times cosine of b plus cosine of a times sine of b, and cosine of a minus b equals cosine of a times cosine of b plus sine of a times sine of b. These are, really useful for finding exact values of trigonometric functions of angles that are not special angles or for simplifying expressions. Example 1. Finding the exact value of sine of 75 degrees. First, identify the sum. 75 degrees can be expressed as the sum of 45 degrees and 30 degrees, since 75 degrees equals 45 degrees plus 30 degrees. Next, apply the sum formula. Using the sum formula for sine, sine of a plus b equals sine of a times cosine of b plus cosine of a times sine of b. We have sine of 75 degrees equals sine of 45 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is sine of 45 degrees times cosine of 30 degrees plus cosine of 45 degrees times sine of 30 degrees. Now let's substitute the known values. Sine of 75 degrees equals root 2 over 2 times root 3 over 2 plus root 2 over 2 times 1/2. Let's simplify that a bit. Sine of 75 degrees equals root 6 plus root 2 all over 4. Therefore, sine of 75 degrees equals root 6 plus root 2 divided by 4. Supplementary identities. Let's talk about those for a moment. Some supplementary identities can actually be really useful. In trigonometry, supplementary identities relate the trigonometric functions of an angle to the same function of its supplementary angle, which is 180 degrees minus theta or pi minus theta. These identities are helpful when it comes to simplifying expressions and solving trigonometric equations. Okay, so here's a breakdown. First, supplementary angles. Two angles are supplementary if their sum is 180 degrees, or p radians. Now let's look at some key identities. Sine of 180 degrees minus theta equals sine of theta. Cosine of 180 degrees minus theta equals negative cosine of theta. Tangent of 180 degrees minus theta equals negative tangent of theta. Cotangent of 180 degrees minus theta equals negative cotangent of theta. Cosecant of 180 degrees minus theta equals cosecant of theta. And secant of 180 degrees minus theta equals negative secant of theta. So, how do we use these identities? Well, these identities allow you to rewrite a trigonometric expression involving an angle in terms of its supplementary angle, which honestly can sometimes be easier to work with. For instance, If you have cosine of 150 degrees, you can use the supplementary identity to rewrite it as negative cosine of 30 degrees. Now, let's try visualizing this with a circle. If you consider a unit circle, the angle and its supplementary angle will have points on the circle that are reflections of each other across the y-axis. This reflection really helps in understanding how the trigonometric values relate. Okay, first, find the sum or difference of special angles. You'll want to identify the given angle and try to express it as a sum or difference of two angles from the unit circle, like, say, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and so on. Next, apply the sum or difference identity. For sine, you've got sine of alpha plus beta equals sine of alpha times cosine of beta plus cosine of alpha times sine of beta. And sine of alpha minus beta equals sine of alpha times cosine of beta minus cosine of alpha times sine of beta. Now for cosine, the identities are cosine of alpha plus beta equals cosine of alpha times cosine of beta minus sine of alpha times sine of beta. And cosine of alpha minus beta equals cosine of alpha times cosine of beta plus sine of alpha times sine of beta. For tangent, it's a little different. Tangent of alpha plus beta equals tangent of alpha plus tangent of beta divided by 1 minus tangent of alpha times tangent of beta. And tangent of alpha minus beta equals tangent of alpha minus tangent of beta divided by 1 plus tangent of alpha times tangent of beta. Alright, so now let's evaluate the values. You just substitute the known trigonometric values for the special angles into the identity, and then, simplify the expression to find the exact value. For example, let's find cosine of 13 pi over 12 using the sum identity and supplementary identities. First, express it as a sum. 13 pi over 12 is pi plus pi over 12, which is also pi plus pi over 3 minus pi over 4. Next, apply the cosine sum identity. Cosine of 13 pi over 12 equals cosine of pi plus pi over 12, which is cosine of pi times cosine of pi over 12 minus sine of pi times sine of pi over 12. Now let's evaluate. Cosine of pi is -1. Sine of pi is 0. Cosine of pi over 12 equals cosine of pi over 3 minus pi over 4, which is cosine of pi over 3 times cosine of pi over 4 plus sine of pi over 3 times sine of pi over 4. That gives us 1/2 times root 2 over 2 plus root 3 over 2 times root 2 over 2, which simplifies to root 2 plus root 6 over 4. Sine of pi over 12 equals sine of pi over 3 minus pi over 4, which is sine of pi over 3 times cosine of pi over 4 minus cosine of pi over 3 times sine of pi over 4. That's root 3 over 2 times root 2 over 2 minus 1/2 times root 2 over 2, which is root 6 minus root 2 over 4. So therefore, cosine of 13 pi over 12 is -1 times root 2 plus root 6 over 4, minus 0 times root 6 minus root 2 over 4, which simplifies to negative root 2 minus root 6 over 4. Hope you find this session useful. Please, share with your classmates. See you next time.